We are live. And this place is extremely busy right now, as you'll see. So we're gonna take a little walk around. I had hoped to go into the park. However, this park was supposed to be open last month. The park is right beyond this fence here. And unfortunately, there was an opening. I went through it, and the security was like, nope, not open yet. I said, how much longer? 5 months. So I don't know what they're doing, but good morning, Jim. Good morning, everybody. Sawadee Cup. I love this little area, but it's so much better when you go into the park. You know, you go for a walk and then you come here and get some food or get something to drink. But up ahead, it's really busy. Johnny, how you doing? I like the sausage there, but that's about it. All right, for people who know Thailand, this should make you feel right at home up ahead here. We're next to Suan Phuc in Bangkok. I don't know the street. I can look up ahead, but I don't know what it is. It's right next to, what the hell is the street? Nawamin Road. You get all kinds of things from pastries. I feel like fruit. Fried chicken up ahead here. Now, there's a 7-Eleven here and a 7-Eleven up ahead. This one's, there's actually one here. You can see this one over here in the corner. There's one here. And this one's closed. And there's one right here. So 3 7-Elevens and 2 of them are open. Got the 7-Eleven here, 7-Eleven here, 7-Eleven over here. Crazy. Sunday morning. It's what, 8:25 right now. And the reason I started earlier today is because this place starts slowing down around 9:30. Everybody gives them food. All kinds of people. Corn. No, this is not corn. Oh yeah, it is corn. Some pork over here. Milk tea. I don't know. I never have fancied that stuff. We're gonna cross over. Eight packs of masks for 100 baht. They're like the ones I have on right now. The one I have on. Gotta get across here. Strawberries. So when we get through here, I'm gonna go over and have a coffee at the guy I usually have coffee with and sit down. That is, if he's open. Really surprised that this park is closed. My wife and I have been waiting for months, and it was supposed to be open already, but it's not. Oh, I can't get through here. Lasagna. Halal lasagna. Well, you see, everybody's got their mask on. Hopefully that will change soon, including me. I have it on. Check the star out here. Those are the stink beans right there, hanging from the thing there. Everybody wants star. The only thing is that every time you eat star, the whole house stinks like star. It's worse than durian. Oh, they closed this all down. Wow. The whole area got closed down. It's been a while since the last time I came here was the last time I streamed here, which has been a couple of months. Now, this is where I came in over here. I didn't see any signs saying, oh, it's closed. And I go in, and the guys are sitting right over here. How do these ladies go in? What the hell's the deal, man? Maybe they're walking through from the other side. Anyway. We can go through here. Oh, I love me some fried banana. And I shouldn't eat them, but I'm gonna. Có 20 อ่ะ ครับ ขอบคุณมากครับ Fried banana. Oh man, look at this. Longhorns, if you're watching. Oh, it looks so good. Here's my little coffee shop I use sometimes, but not today. They got the little mini donuts, salad. You can find everything over here. She's a lover. I love that. I love her lover hat. Sticky rice and bananas. Oh shit. More bananas. Whew. Hang on a second here. Take a look how busy this place is. It's pretty busy. Something changed here. Oh, they cut the trees is what they did. They cut all these trees, which is a huge difference. There's a lot more light. All right. My coffee guy should be up. Yeah, here he is. They're here every day. Every single day. I need to find a table though. Make sure I can sit down. All the tables are gone. They took the stone tables away. Wow. There's some over there. But I could just sit here. What the
สบายดีนะครับ
สบายดีคุณสบายดีไหม
สบายดีครับผมไม่เป็นโควิดสบายดีแล้วไม่มา
ขายดีไหม
ก็ช่วงนี้เหรอเงียบๆอ่ะคนมัน
เงียบอ่ะ
ไม่เจอเท่าไหร่
It's quite America ครับ
จ้าลูกค้าประจำเขามานี่เขาต้องกินกาแฟ
กาแฟวันนี้กาแฟเย็นนะ
กาแฟเย็นนะครับ เอาเป็นโบราณหรือเนส
ตัวโบราณ
โบราณเย็นนะ
No Nescafe for me. Go over here and sit down over here. I think I'll go นั่งที่นี่นะ
ก่อนครับ
ครับ
เดี๋ยวพี่
All right, here we are, guys. Here I am. Easy. No, this is Thailand, man. This is Thailand. Wow, Lao, Bob. Can you speak Lao? All right, so check it out. Here's my fried banana. Those are good. Really good. Take a look at my notes, because today We're going to talk about a few things. Right now, 82 degrees, high at 90, low at 79. High at 91. 50% chance of rain. %, humidity, 0 wind, visibility 6 miles, air quality is 55, which is moderate, and the baht is still a measly 32.16 of a dollar. Not good. Today I thought we'd just touch on a little something, kind of follow up from yesterday, and touch on the girlfriend experience, the GFI. Sure, some of the expats, you know, like me, they get married, they have a girlfriend, whatever. Some of them, they run around, they do their thing, or they just, you know, have a couple on the side, or they just go to the bars, go to the clubs when they're open, do their thing. But for some, when they're going into the pay for play, the girlfriend experience is everything. Those are so good. It's what differentiates. No, she was not a bar girl. Never was, never will be. So. But the whole girlfriend experience thing is what differentiates the working girls here from the working girls back in the U.S. You know, you want a chick to spend the night, you want a chick to give you the whole experience, you want her to take you around, show you the ropes, show you some tourist destinations. You can have that, whatever. And it's just like she's, you know, I think they just take everything with a grain of salt, you know. They just kind of take it easy. They're not, you know, some of them are mercenary and they're very businesslike, but they still, many of them still keep that's what's the word I'm looking for? Je ne sais quoi. They still are able to give you the GFE, the girlfriend experience. They still manage to make you feel like you are someone who's special and not just another trick. How do I know this? Well, I know it personally, but I also know it because of many of my friends. So between this and the price, that's why a lot of guys come here. Not all of them, you know. I mean, let's be real. Not everybody wants that. Some people already got girlfriends here. Some people got wives here, whatever. So through a friend. She used to work in an Italian restaurant a long time ago. Was a cashier there. but she also was doing, she had her own little business. She's very entrepreneurial. She's always been like that. She was in school. It's funny because I've been married so long, and thinking about all these things. I mean, I remember things. It brings back memories, but it's also not something I would want to be involved with now. Although, if you gave me the choice between here and in America, there is no choice. I'd be here. If I was running around, or if I was going to visit a place, this is the place to come. What are you going to do? You're going to get some Vegas hooker for $1,000 for 45 minutes? I mean, you're going to go to Amsterdam, you're going to get clinical. So, I think that's something to think about. That when you come here, if you're not some guy who's pulling them in a club and you just, you meet some chick, you pull her, you don't have to pay her, there's nothing like that. Good for you. Entirely possible if you're a little younger, No, you're not going to meet them at the bar, but I think a lot of the tourists, they're not looking to meet the girl of their dreams. They may think they met the girl of their dreams, and this is where the chowderheads come in. $20. Pretty damn good. I was thinking about it this morning. The reason that people come here is not necessarily because they want to run around in the bars, and that's not why people come here. It's not the only reason why people come here. That's my point. It's because Thailand provides choices. Like Jim said, you want some educated girl, or you want some farm girl, whatever you want, you can find it. If you want just to have some fun, there's plenty of that too. And now things are starting to open up a little bit, and they're going to open up more. This is good. Traditional coffee. Cold coffee, which I don't usually drink. This is traditional. Very good. So yeah, I mean, I think that's what it's all about. People ask, oh, why do so many people like Thailand? Well, yeah, this is a very small percentage. Oh, I'm coming for the sightseeing. I'm coming for the temples. Yeah, of course. There's some people, they just want to hang out here and eat the food and go shopping and do it like stuff like I'm doing. They go out, they have a good little breakfast. I mean, I do this almost every day. I go out, I go to a little market. I have a meal, a little drink. Maybe I buy a few things that I need. So for tourists, it's good too, because you can get a lot of things that maybe you're not going to get back in the U.S. And of course, this is a good place to bring stuff back. But there are definitely there's a percentage, and it's a fairly high percentage. The guys want the icing on the cake. Now the chowderheads, they want the whole cake with the icing. they expect to turn, they come here, they don't know anything, and they expect they're going to change this girl. The girl, she's different. Now, that's the big joke. My girl's different. 99% of them are not different. Especially if they're in the club. She said she loves me after, after 3 minutes. She said, "Oh, I love you. You're so handsome." I mean, really. You got to be real. I want to give everybody a big thanks. Thanks to all the members of my YouTube channel, Patreon, my website. You can become a patron. You can become a member of my channel for as little as $1.99, and I'm asking you to please help me to hit 50 members. Right now I'm at 30. What am I? 31. Yeah, 31. I'm at 31 members. So you can help. It's $1.99. You can do Patreon. You can do anything. You can go down below. There's a host of links. Or what you can do is you can get yourself some Manscaped underwear, like I have on. Because I found this place is. Thank you very much, Kilroy. This place is hot and humid. And I should say that down yonder, it's the same way. And the Manscaped helps. So if you want to try the Manscaped undies, you want to get a t-shirt, you want to get the lawnmower, which they have a nick your sack money back guarantee where you can, give yourself a little trim down there should you need it. You can get one of those things, it's a little trimmer, shearer, like you shear sheep. You just go to manscaped.com and you use the code MALIN20 and you'll get 20% off your first order. So there you go. Let me read what was written here. Put these on. That whole atmosphere as you were walking down the street with all the stalls is a vibe you do not get in the West. True. Even Venice Beach is not like this. And the good thing here is that the people are very warm and tolerant, accommodating. There's a number of things you could say about them, My wife worked at Go-Go. We have been married for 10 years. Now, I would not change a thing. Yeah, I mean, good for you. I appreciate that, and I understand it happens. The vast majority of the time, it doesn't happen, though. And usually, when it doesn't, it involves some guy who's a knucklehead, a chowderhead, whatever you want to call him, bonehead. He comes in, meets some girl, he's here for a week, goes everywhere with her, has the time of his life, gives her some money to help her out, and she's gonna still work in the club or whatever, and he's like, "No, honey, don't, I will pay you." And what happens with a lot of these girls, the reason they get jaded, at least in my day, the reason that they got jaded is because guys would come over, promise them the world, go back home, and then they'd realize, oh, I'm not going to be back there for a year. Or, oh, my girlfriend, she's not that bad. Or my wife, if I leave her, she's going to, she's going to take me for all I got, which is another thing. Where the wife screws around on you, and then you're like, oh, she's going to take half anyway. So, that's, but then, some guys come over here, they meet the girl and they promise them the world, and then the girl gets jaded. Some guys come over here and they mean it, they follow up. Most of the time with a new guy, it's not going to work. Unless he's got plenty of dough. And even then, I mean, like, the spigot does not slow down. And it still might not be right, even if he is paying her. But for guys who know a little bit and who are sharp, it's possible. Of course, it's possible. Anything's possible. You get the right girl. You get one that's, she's tired of being jerked around. She's tired of, the lifestyle or whatever. And I met many of them when I was younger, and before I got married. I used to live on what was it? Soy. Well, that would be 4, so it would be 3-1. Soy 1. I used to live on Soy 1. I lived in 2 places on Soy 1. One was the very first place I had, and I let some Thai girl pick it out for me. And it was a Thai-style place. I gave her like 5,000 baht. She went out, she bought sheets, she bought, garbage cans, she bought towels, she helped me out. And, that was nice and everything, but like nothing was going to happen with me and her and I. And then I moved places. Thank you very much, Sky Trooper. How you doing? Have a cold drink? Don't mind if I do. Here you go. But I mean, I used to walk every day. I'd walk from the end of Soy 1, or in between Soy 1 and Soy 3, which was a nicer place that I lived. And I would walk to Nana Plaza every day. And I would go to Buckskin Joe Village. I would go to other places, but for the most part, it was Nana. And I didn't really go to the Soy Zero or Buckskin Village. I didn't go all that much, but I did go sometimes, just to change it up. I used to go there in the afternoon. They used to have a place that you could play pool, and I met a bunch of guys, and we all became friends, and we'd go and play pool. There was the place on Soy 7, which was I can't remember the name of it, but there was a pool hall there. They have just completely demolished everything. If you turn on Soy 7, on the left-hand side was the beer garden. On the right-hand side was like a tailor shop, a salon, and then there was a bar. And it was owned partially by a Thai guy who was a cop. And they made the place into a pool hall, and they had 5 or 6 pool tables. And guys used to go there all the time. I mean, it was the hot spot. We played pool all the time there. Guys would gamble. Filipinos would go there and play pool, just to play pool. And so, that was a nice spot. Then, when you're done or before you go in, you go to the beer garden and you have a drink or two. And the girls were everywhere. There are some good Thai girls, and I have one sleeping next to me in England. There are definitely some good Thai women. I don't want to bash all Western women, because there are some good ones, but there are some scandalous hoes out there. And I was, talking to Patia Bob and Patia Pete yesterday, and they were telling me about this guy. They thought it was an NBA basketball player, but it was actually Drake, who he heard about this chick or these chicks who, what they would do is they would screw the guy. The guy would throw his condom away. The girl would say, oh, like in the bathroom. The girl would say, oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the toilet. And the girl would get the condom out of the garbage. Now, I don't know why he just didn't flush it. And she would pour the jizz inside of her in an effort to get pregnant with the guy. One girl apparently succeeded in this. So Drake heard about this. And, I think he was being a bit he was being a bit of a dick. He was being safe, really, but he was being a little bit of a dick in a way, but not really. But he put Tabasco sauce. You know, he blew his load. He pulls out. He goes into the bathroom, takes the condom off, and puts some, I don't know how he had Tabasco sauce with it. Maybe he was expecting something. He put some Tabasco sauce in the condom. The girl goes in. She goes in to do her thing and try to get pregnant with his water. And when she poured it inside of her, it burned her. She she went crazy. And now she's trying to sue him. She's trying to sue him. What a scandalous hoe. That's all I can say. And you know, yeah, they're everywhere. But you know, generally here they're pretty good girls. God. I thought that was pretty crazy. Muay Thai. It was a long time ago. I was a young man then. And you know, it was funny because I remember my buddy who has the place in Ecuador, he was one of the people, he was the person who probably kept me motivated to move here. Because there were times when I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do it. And he had pictures of Thailand, he had taken many trips, and he had done so as a younger guy as well. And he knew a guy who, well, I don't know if he's still in touch with him, but he's a professor at Chulalongkorn University. And so he goes, oh, you guys should meet up. So I went out with the guy, and we had a nice Thai meal. And one of the first things he told me was, make sure to be careful of what kind of Thai woman you're with. Because some of them are very, very good, and some of them are not. That really, and I was like, well, I know, yeah, I know some of them are not good. I didn't know shit back then. That was like within a couple of weeks of moving here. You know, so. Listen to this. I'm gonna get up, get out of here in a minute. Hey, Eloise, how's it going, man? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know, people ask, like, were you one of the first YouTubers and one of the first guys to vlog? And I don't know. And it really doesn't matter to me. But maybe one of the first. I don't know. I don't know how long, you know. I really don't know how long it's been going on. I mean, I'm sure I can find out if I really wanted to look. But it doesn't really matter. I didn't know what the hell listen, if I was to start a channel now, a brand new channel, now, about Thailand, I would do things much different than I did in the beginning. Because I didn't know what the hell to do. I still don't know what the hell to do. That's why I'm streaming it. I'm winging it every day. I'm winging it almost every time I do a stream or I do a video. I have a video coming up where I was in Happy Land Center, and I was in Happy Land Center, and I hear all this noise. All right, take care, Ferran Travels. I heard some noise, and I'm like, what in the hell is that? You know, the Thais are always... Thanks, man, I appreciate that. Thais can be quite loud, and they when it comes to creating a buzz, they have no shame. They will scream into a microphone, and it doesn't matter if the microphone is clear, if the sound is clear, if it's crackling, it doesn't matter. They'll go for it. Anyway, I walk in and I start looking around, and I see Kilroy. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Kilroy was here. Stick song, yeah? Believe that was the Stick song. Anyway, for some of you who were watching Dowlow, when I was at Happy Land, and they had the owl there. Well, the owl was at this bird show. They had a hawk at the bird show, which was crazy. That thing was badass. And then they had all these different birds and all these little animals. So I'm going to put up a little video. I don't know about today. Probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't know. I'm trying to stick to like a schedule of streaming Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or, yeah. And then videos on the other days. I'm trying, so. But this week I may go finally to the... Hey, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. Wow, thanks. Nice start to the day. I'm thinking this week I'm going to go over to the Chao Phraya, or I'm going to go over to the Prakanong Canal, which I went to. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm going to go one of those places, and I'm going to take a little ride on the boat, and I'll find a little place to eat or find a little coffee shop or something, and we'll have a little chat. I do like the whole idea of... it seems to me that there are a lot of people who... Well, I think like me. And to me, this is my home. I don't think of it as this most fantastic place, and I just don't think of it that way anymore because I've been here so long. It's a great place. I like it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. Truly, I would go somewhere else. And it would be difficult, but I would do it. That's not how I think. And I definitely don't think about the whole bar scene. I mean, I get my friends, they tell me things once in a while, but other than that, I don't think of it. And I think while there's a large number of people that come here and they view the women just like I do, which is icing on the cake, there are other guys, let's face it, they come here because it's what they want to do. They want to hang out at the bar, get drunk, find good-looking women, and then go back home. That's the way it is. So, I think it's good that we talk about it a little bit more. And that's why, like today, the whole... I remembered that we used to just call it the GFE. But, it means girlfriend experience. But it was always because, hey, the girl, she's a sweetheart. And, it's like you're being with a girlfriend who really cares about you. That's what we used to say back in the day. I don't know if people even say that now. I don't know. But that's, I think, what draws people that come here once they go and they go into the whatever bars are open. They come here and they see that, and then they see how nice many of the girls can be. They're not all nice. Let's 80-20. 80-20 rule. I'm going to say 80% are fairly nice, 20% are not, And all you have to remember is it's business. Don't let yourself get drawn into anything too quickly. And if you do that, I think you'll be fine. Let's get out of here. Let's take a little bit of a hike right now. It's nice. I don't know why. 90% humidity. Now there's some wind, and it's kind of cool. So that's good. Well, now there's starting to be some clouds in the sky. I was going to say before there was no clouds in the sky. It was awesome. Yeah, something else I was thinking about. Well, we'll talk about this as I start walking, but it's about time. You know, I've said some things before. Handsome man, love you a long time. You you give me, I give you the big one. Listen, like in Starbucks or whatever, sometimes a girl will go, oh, you tip for me? Or, you know, some of them will be like, they'll go, it's 100 baht, and they'll go, 1,000 baht. I'll be like, so what? You know, and I always go, I got a tip for you. I got a tip for you, honey. You know, they're playing around, but you know, some guys, they don't they don't take it quite the same. You know. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's look at this real quick. Oh yeah. Get on down the road here. You know, sometimes I think, well, let me speak about that in a second. Let me get up, do my thing. Cup and cup. All right. So what I was going to say is, sometimes I think that I am over by Sun Puk Park off Nawamin Road near my house. Sometimes I think if I was to just only talk about how wonderful this place is, I'd get a lot more viewers. And it is a wonderful place, no doubt. Sometimes it's a little hard to walk. Okay. Lots of people here. Whew. Lots and lots of people. Got some duck. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I almost want to get some just to maybe I'll get some just to mess with the longhorns. Kaiเท่าไหร่ครับ ใช่เป็นตัวเล็กมันนิดหน่อยเท่าไหร่นิดหน่อยก็เท่าไหร่เอาแค่ใบเดียว Okay, perfect. Okay. Very good. Up one? Thank you. Oh yeah. Look at that. Mmm. Roy Mock. You see, I don't get it. Oh, maybe these people work there. We are, shit. Almost got smashed there. We are by Suanpuk Park, which is near my house. That's about 20 minutes from my house. By on foot, 15 minutes. Star. I believe you've seen this before, Gennaro. I'd hoped to go in the park, but it's closed. So what I'm going to do is find a little place to stand, and I'm going to eat this pork. It's my breakfast. Fried bananas and pork. Without getting hit. Whew. How is it? Oh, it's a mat. Is that what it is? Huh. Crazy. Yeah, well, the problem is that once I started getting a lot of letters, people started sending in phony. I knew they were phony, some of them. And I never wanted to just make up my own letters. And quite frankly, I don't like stupid people. And I don't mean uneducated, I just mean stupid. And some guys are flat out stupid. You know, a girl works in a massage parlor and she tells you after an hour she's never done anything like this before, and she gives you a Hummer, and then she says she's interested in you. She wants to get married, all in the course of like 3 days. And then you're stupid enough to marry her. And at the wedding, her family is hitting on your mother. You know, drunk old Thai guys are hitting on your mother. What does that tell you about the class of their family? You know, I mean, not only that, but why would you do that? You know, think about it. Business, personal, business, personal, personal, business. Have your fun split. Only the sharpest guys can weed out really good girls out of the ones that are working, because it's not that they're bad. Their job is to extract money out of you, and they're very sweet. And so, what do you expect? I don't fault them. Like I said, you don't have to be an asshole to them. You be nice, but understand that the whole sweetness and them taking great care of you and doing everything you want and being so accommodating, that's not the real world most of the time. That's the girlfriend experience. Yeah, Filipinas. I mean, I know there's some wonderful girls out there too. But to me, it always seemed like the Filipinos were anxious to get married very quickly. And I don't know, I think if you hook up with, for the ones that are self-sufficient, you're a lot better off. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit of this pork here. Let's see how it tastes here. Oh yeah, looks good to me. Let's see the pork here. That's good, man. Well, see, I like to think that if you're in any kind of relationship, you know, especially with a woman, that you're both helping each other in one way or another. She might be helping you around town and to grease your weasel. You might help her with a little money, or helping her to understand something about business, whatever it might be. Very hot out today. Just a few minutes ago it was nice and cool. Now it's now the humidity's starting to come into play. Whew. Time for another piece of pork. I have absolutely no problem with, you know, prostitution. I think the world would be a better place. More people were getting laid and the prices were reasonable. A lot less frustrated men. I think I got some numbers given to me by Pathia Bob and Pathia Pete. Oh shit. And I also looked up some things. Something like 30%, 27% of men who are under the age of 30 have never had sex. That's crazy. Now I can take this down. Man. I don't know if anybody's going to be out playing basketball today. Good stuff. Oh yeah. Nobody wearing a mask. Oof. Little football over here. Longhorns come out to play. I got the pork belly. Mmm. Good stuff. Longhorns loves the pork belly. So do I. Good stuff, man. Just shoot it, huh? Oh. The end. I love it. All right, let's take a little walk here. Almost no swearing in this stream. Managed to pull that off somehow. Oh, he's been practicing his layups. All right, let's get out of here. I love it. mask comes off. That pork was good. Really? It's a little strange. Maybe she was a great kisser. Look at this. Bangkok. Feels good to be going out again a little bit. I never see anybody playing on this field, ever. I don't think I have ever seen anybody out here playing football. Strange. Nice, pretty nice little field there. Let's see if the old guys are out there playing bocce ball. One of these days I'm going to have to get some bocce balls and go out there and play with them. That was 20 baht. That pork was 20 baht, and they threw in some pork rinds. The guy threw in a few pork rinds in there, which, you know, that stuff is fatty as hell, but most of the time I'm having muesli for breakfast. Maybe a vegetable omelet now in olive oil. So, you know, I do it for streaming purposes only. Yeah, I've never played it. Oh shit, here's a cop right here. See if you can arrest me. I don't think so. They're not open yet. We're not playing yet. Nah, it's locked up. Seriously, boss, you're living the dream I aspire to have someday. Spending the days in coffee, eating good stuff, sun, nice Thai ladies around, no stress. Well, I wouldn't say there's no stress. You know, I got 2 kids in university. My wife works, and she's getting to the point where, you know, she only wants to work a couple more years. She's worried because of the pandemic, you know. And, you know, you can always use more money. And had I known that when I was younger, it was all about travel, travel, travel. Just make sure you buy the ticket. Everything else will fall in place. Just travel, go out, see things, do things, right? What I should have been doing is taking a third of the trips or a fourth of the trips and invested the rest of the money into something that would have, you know, stocks, whatever it might have been. That's what I would do over again. And I knew a guy He used to, I don't think he ever came in the stream, but he used to be a member of my website. Really nice guy. He was an attorney, and he had a girl over here. And he said to me, yeah, one day I want to move over there. And he was like, I don't know, 62, 65. Dude, why don't you pack it all in and come over? He's like, because I spent too much time running around partying and having a good time, and I didn't put as much away, so I don't feel comfortable, you know. And he was an attorney. So, you know, it happens to all kinds of people, so I don't feel bad about it. But if I was to do things differently, you know what the saying is? If I knew then what I know now, and that's for damn sure applies to me. There's a lot of things that I would do differently. But, you know, this is how you learn and how you grow. So it is what it is. And I can just run across here before the cars come. So get your ducks in a row, that's my point. Get your ducks in a row, get your backup plan B and C in a row, and then if you want to come over here, come over here. Or wherever else you decide to go, you know, but still, it applies to everybody. I just did everything, I just have done everything by flying by the seat of my pants, man. And it works. It's worked for me. But it's, you know, it could have been a little easier, but then when I look at it like that, I go, could have been easier, but maybe I wouldn't have had the same experiences. I could have worked an extra 2 years and socked away 100 grand, 150 grand. You know, just because I had a girlfriend, we were drinking, you know, expensive champagne, going to expensive restaurants. I could have just went, hey, none of that shit. She might have dumped me, and that would have been okay because I dumped her ass in the end. Let's see here. But, you know. So this is Nalaman Road here, and this is Happy Land 1. Happy Land 1. There's Happy Land 1 and 2. Yeah, I know somebody, he was a fighter who, that's what he did. He invested in gold, and he did very well for himself. Now, he did well for himself from fighting, but the gold just made his life even easier. All right. Now you know where I'm going, right? Whew. I've done videos here, I've streamed here before, so. $20 to 50 baht, 40 baht, which is reasonable. This is where the cheap food can be had. We're gonna stop just up ahead. hardware store. Good hardware store here. There's another one up ahead as well. But this place has got everything. Alrighty, 7-Eleven, another one. She serves the sticky rice with banana, which I love, but I've had enough fried bananas today, enough banana. Alright, so let's get in here. So the cash is here. Swadee krap. ก็สเปรสโซ่ร้อนครับครับ No, no. I mean, I'm gonna go all the way in the back. Oh shit. No, well, never mind. Cup good. Not exactly the best ambiance here, but that's all right. Good morning, Mr. Bill. Yeah, there's lots of problems right now, unfortunately, and usually I don't care, but when they start affecting the strength of the dollar, I do care. You know, basically it means I get paid in dollars, and it means I make less. You know, $1,000 gets me less. Thank you. See my little thing here. Paper cup in this one. Paper. I don't understand the whole use the paper, not the ceramics. Longhorns won't even drink coffee if they have paper cups. He won't even drink the coffee. Be like, I'm not gonna spend my money here. Anyway. Who's the guy that said, I'm going to suggest securing your housing will make your wife worry less. Well, listen, we're okay right now. We're fine. My thing is, I want to pay cash. So that means if we have to pay 4.5 million, 5 million baht, 6 million baht, we pay cash. And we're not quite there yet. This is air conditioned, guys. You can see it here. And the reason that I want to do that is because the rate that they give you on housing here, especially if you've got to pay, say, half of that. They're going to finance half of it. Then it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous how much they want and how much it would cost us to get the place that we want. We are going to take a look at some places in Rangsit, or she wants to. So, I told her go for it. Check around, look around. Things are cheaper out there, and you can still get around. They have all kinds of ways to get around. It's not that hard to get around. It's just a little bit farther away. But yeah, every Thai woman, wants a house, and one thing is getting a condo, a house, and flipping it. Doing that, because it's possible to do it. There are deals out there, especially now. But yeah, I don't want anything financed. There's no way. I don't want anything financed, and I don't really care, about, well, it's in her name, or I don't care about that, because as long as I know that my kids will be fine, and she'll be fine, anything happens, that's all that's important to me. I'll be fine no matter what. So I don't worry about it very much. Anyway, man, it's hot. Very hot. But it's always hot here. What the hell was I thinking of? There's a video. There's a video that Longhorn sent, and it had to do with this. Well, it was this guy who was people were breaking wooden. What the hell do you call them? Like 2x4s over his arm and on his leg, and he was doing the splits and all this, and then they hit him. Finally, at the very end, they hit him, and he falls backward and knocks himself out. He falls right onto his back, bangs his head, he's knocked out cold. That was, it was a funny video. No, but I've been walking around. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been walking around in the hot sun, 90% humidity. Feels like 91 degrees, and that was about an hour ago. So yeah, it's quite hot, and that's okay. I'm all right. I don't mind sweating. It's only when I don't mind sweating and coming here. It's not a big deal. Sweating and going into the mall or going into a nice restaurant or something, that's not good. That's when you get the grab and you just go, I'm gonna get door to door, so I don't sweat. But I don't know how many people in this chat have never been to Thailand, but it is indeed like a sauna. I don't know if you can see the heat coming off the road, but sometimes you can. I wish I could do a sauna every day. I used to go to this gym. It's down the street. I don't know if they're still open. I think they are, but it was a little bit expensive, but I used to go there. And the reason I went there was because I would go at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Nobody would be there. So I would go on the treadmill and then lift weights. And they had a sauna, steam room, cold plunge. It was fantastic. But, it was like 350 baht every time you went. So if you went like 3-4 times a week, it's like $150 a month. I could go to FBT, and I think they have a sauna, but that's it. And it's 900 baht a month, $30 a month. And the equipment is every bit as good or better than the place that I'm talking about, that I used to go. So, anyway. Yeah. Rudu Lon, Rudu Yen, Rudu Fon. Which is the hot season, the cool season, and it's not the cold season, it's the cool season. That's really what it means. I do not know how long I will last staying until 4, 5, 6 a.m. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem, I understand. European being where? Where are you? You know, I may start streaming in the evenings. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is that the majority of the viewers are from the U.S. So if I stream at 8 or 9 o'clock, then it's nighttime. They've come home from work, people in the U.S., or they're getting ready to go to bed, so they watch, they fall asleep, whatever. The sound of my voice puts them to sleep. And with the Aussies, who make up the second largest number of viewers now, I think it's 4 hours ahead. So they're up. And then I think it's Thailand. And then to a lesser extent the UK, but I'll see what I can do. I'll try to figure something out. I've been meaning to stream at night because it'll be a different set of viewers, and I can use that. I can always use that. You know, it's always good to get new viewers. So I'm going to take a look at it. I've been meaning to do that for quite some time, but you know, it always takes me a little bit of time to get to everything, which maybe is a flaw. You know, I'm definitely a morning person, but it really depends on, as far as the evening goes, how late I stay up. Last night I went to bed at 12 o'clock. I woke up at 4. And I woke up actually because my hip has been really sore lately. Yeah, so that woke me up at 4. But I went to bed at 12 and it was hurting when I went to bed. And then I finally fell asleep and it's like, all right, I always get up around 4. Sometimes 3:30, sometimes 4:30, sometimes 5. If I'm lucky, I sleep. On a great day, I sleep until 6:30 or 7. That's like, wow. That's, you know, that's usually the best I can hope for. So, this place, you know, this little place, I'm glad they have it here because it's inexpensive, inexpensive coffee, and you know, it's not the most comfortable. No, it's not true. You can't. Sorry. You can, but it's illegal. You were thinking of me, huh? Are you so hungry? What was your worst nightmare? Yeah, I've always been like that, though. I mean, even since I was a kid, I've been getting up at, you know, 5 o'clock, something like that. No, you know, this is a big misconception about the weed. There is medical marijuana. I don't know how. I don't know how many people are using it. Not many foreigners, I can tell you that. But as far as just recreational use, no. You can. They're making a big deal about, oh, you can use the stuff that doesn't get you high, but. You know, how many people really give a shit about that? My dog got hurt in my nightmare. Oh, well, that's not good. First, going to Thailand to dry out. Every time you say boss, I think of those. Oh, yeah, boss. Speaking of cats, you know, Sid, we let him out sometimes, and he generally is very friendly with other cats. But yesterday we let him out. Well, I think if you wake up early, you get more hours out of your life. Yeah, you can't get that shit here, at least legally. But anyway, we let Sid out last night, and apparently this black cat came in. You're welcome. This black cat came in to our yard, and my wife is doing this training thing, and my kid's upstairs because he's probably already there. He's working today. He's got a job, part-time job, and so all of a sudden we hear this loud noise, and it's two cats just going at it. We're like, oh shit! And we go outside, and Sid and this black cat are fighting, going at it. And we shooed the black cat away, and Sid comes running in, and he was like, you could tell he was kind of shaken up by it. Took him a little while to mellow out. That was the first time, though, that's happened. One more thing I wanted to say before I bail here is that, I used to say, hey, don't come to Thailand to thinking you're going to run away from your problems, and I stand by that. Now, what I will say is, if you want to start a life where you can, if you got your shit together, you're not like on the run, you're not a fugitive, or you don't owe alimony, you're back, you owe months and months of child support or something like that. Don't think you can come over here and get away with it, because you can't. But if you just want to get away and you want a new life, that's what this is good for. And if you got a little money, you don't have to, like I always say, don't get involved for at least a year. Well, if I understand men got their needs, so do women, but men have their needs. Do your thing with the women, but just don't get involved. Hit it and quit it, like I keep saying. And then once you get to know the scene, you get to know what Thailand's about, you get to know a little bit of the language, then if you really want that, okay. But if you're a tourist, why would you want that? Just have your fun, Anyway, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We're going to sit here for a minute and listen to some music, even though this isn't my kind of music. This is the Walmart of coffee shops. This is the the Walmart. It's the cheap place to come for coffee. Live music here now? No. But they are playing it rather kind of loud. Which, if this video does not go up, it's because they muted the whole video. Oh, their smoothies are good. If you get they have a key lime pie smoothie that was fantastic. Then they have a strawberries and cream. It's fantastic. But I have not been drinking those for months because it's just, for me, it's a waste. I'm trying to stick to the, once a month I can have a little treat, and that's about it. And like today, I had fried bananas and fried pork. Not good. But once in a while, fine, I drank too many of their strawberry smoothies and too many of their key lime pie smoothies here. Strawberry juice just a bit ago on my vitamins. Excellent. Yeah, for a while Alex and Nicholas were drinking protein shakes because they were lifting weights and to gain a little size and stuff like that. But man, that shit's expensive. Especially here, it's crazy, man. I mean, you're talking over $100 for a tub of them. $125. nuts. I told Alex, you get a job so you can pay for your protein. I don't want to pay for your protein. And me and my wife will pay for it, but it's like every time we run out, we dread it because it's like, oh man. So we haven't bought any in about a month, and they're out. Ooh, I like some horseradish. I like some horseradish. It's good stuff. I actually miss horseradish. It's not art, it's rock and roll. I don't know if it was a promotion or what the deal was. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know if they have them anymore or not. Yesterday I was talking about the 4 F's. Okay, the 4 F's, which is things you need to involve yourself in. And I said finance, fucking, and finance, fucking, fighting. Like protecting yourself, learning how to protect yourself, which kind of goes in with the last one, the one that I forgot, which was fitness. So those are important, but also something else that's important for the younger people is school, education, whatever it might be, My son is already worried about, what am I going to do when I get out of school? I go, you're going to get a job. What do you think you're going to do? You're going to get a job and you're going to go to work. Yeah, but I don't know, what should I do? And I'm like, just play it by ear, man. Don't worry. Things will come about. He's got another year left of school. But, if he wasn't worried, then I'd be worried. If he wasn't concerned about, hey, what am I going to do with my life, then I would be a little concerned. So, anyway. Guys, do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. Hopefully you like that. You enjoyed the little walk through the market and the coffee place and all that. What is this? Oh, millennials. I feel bad. I started with the millennials. The system screwed me. Yeah, well, don't feel too bad for my kids. They got it a lot better than some kids here. They got a lot better than many kids here. And they, at least if I have anything to do with it, they're not going to be millennials in the Western sense of the word. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Well, more and more people are bilingual here. The smarter ties, they know, hey, English is going to help. And if you learn how to speak Chinese or some other language, Russian, something like that, it's even more beneficial. There was a time when Nicholas wanted to be a translator. And I was like, are you sure that's going to, you're really going to have to study language and get into it? I don't know. You don't really like language all that much. And then, he decided to do something else. But, I think when I look at the West, and like today, I'm talking about the girlfriend experience. When you think about it, from what I see, and this is what I see. Now I know because I was back there a few years ago, and maybe it wasn't as bad, but there are people, men and women, who are getting along just fine back in the U.S. And you tend to hear about how things are changing. Hey, thanks a lot, Jim. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Choke B. You tend to hear about yeah. Well, I know Alex is a bit irritated because he doesn't have as much time to play guitar, and you know he's trying to do everything. He's trying to juggle everything, and he never has any time now. He's always busy, and if he's not busy, he's dead tired and he's sleeping. So, what the hell was I saying here? The Colt, oof. I like to think of it as the anti-Chowderhead defense, or just the Chowderhead Defense League. I think that's a better way of putting it. Cult is a strong word. I'm no cult leader. Now, what the hell was I saying now? Damn it, I can't remember now. Back then, give me something. I can't. Fuck, I don't. My memory's so fucking horrible. It's terrible. My short-term memory, I did smoke a lot of weed when I was younger. Maybe it's starting to kick in, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's dementia. I don't know. Although I'm aware of it, so I don't think about it. Chowderhead Lives Matter. Yes, they do. Yes, I was talking about the West and girlfriend experience. Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, here, most of the girls don't have that entitlement kind of attitude. There are some that do, and they tend to be the higher-ups, the more elite, the more wealthy ties. And I'm not saying high, so I'm just saying the wealthier ties. And one thing that I did notice about Thai women, and they tend to do it when they're around other women, and that's the whole whining thing. And they do it, some of them do it with their boyfriend. And even Nicholas told me his old girlfriend used to do it a lot. You know, it'd be like, why? Oi? You know, that kind of shit. You know, you'd be like, no, I don't really want to go there. We're going to go where I want to go because I told my friends I'm going to be there. Oi, tamai, oi. You get that whiny attitude. And even that's not as bad as in the West. But I can't stand that whiny attitude. I go, I've told girls before, don't do that. Don't whine to me. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't care. Whine all you want. But I don't feel like listening to it, you know. And I mean, again, I'm not nasty about it. I'm like, just stop. I don't want to hear it. Don't whine to me. Kind of like, don't bitch to me, you know. If I say to you, hey, maybe you shouldn't go to Pattaya the first day that you move to Thailand when you've never been to Thailand before, and move there, and then look for a girlfriend and get one within the first week of moving there. If I say, maybe you shouldn't do that, don't come back to me a month later and say, this girl, she took all my money, or she took 200,000 baht from me. I don't want to hear it. Don't bitch to me, you know? Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that with my wife. My wife's just not a whiner. Now, she may, you know, speak to me and not be happy about something. You know, and complain about something I'm doing or something. I mean, you know, like I said about how the whole walking across the street thing. There's a zebra there, and I'm like getting ready to go across, and she goes, what are you doing? She goes, no, don't go there. I go, why not? And I go, that's what it's here for. She goes, because people are getting hit on these things all the time. You go down a little ways and walk across, and I'm like, come on, nobody's gonna hit me. And then, of course, like now, there's been like 3 or 4 people that have been hit, and a couple of them have been killed. And she was just, oh my God, she was like pissed off at me. And I was like, what are you mad at me for? Because you don't listen. You don't listen. I'm like, isn't that what men do? They don't listen to their women. And the same thing with women and men. Sometimes you just, you know, it's in through one ear and out through the other. You know. And nobody's gonna hit me, and then the next thing you know, I'm flying through the air, you know. Well, think it's a female thing, you know. They have the thing where they want to nurture. And I definitely wouldn't call my wife subservient. Although at times she can be, you know, submissive. But I wouldn't say, you know, she doesn't look at me and like, oh, okay, whatever you say, anything you say, you know, you want me to bang my head on the wall? No. I don't know. When she wants to get her point across, she doesn't have any problem talking to me. She doesn't have to make her voice deep. I hear what she says, you know. After a while, I already know what she's going to say. You know, when you're married for a long time, you start to know, well, what's the other person going to say? Because you know how they think. Well, you generally know how they think. 80-20. In this case, 80% of the time you know. Like if I go walking down the street and I don't have a mask on, I know she's going to go, can you put your mask on? You know, that kind of thing. I already know it. It's, you know, like I always say, you got a crystal ball. You do have a crystal ball. You know, if you bang your head on the wall, eventually you might crack your head open, or you might cut your head open. You know what's going to happen. But, you know, the signs are there. You have to just see them. So that's the thing. If you come over here and you're a tourist, if there's any tourist watching right now, and you come over here, expect to have a great time. Expect to have to say no. Expect to say something like, we use English. We use English. She might use Thai with the kids sometimes. When I'm not around, or if I'm like not listening or whatever, she might speak to them in Thai. But with me, we always speak English. Now, when we were in the States, or when we were in like Indonesia and Singapore and stuff like that, she and I would speak Thai just because we don't want people hearing what we have to say. What about you, Steve? I think it's the Pareto principle. Well, I take my mask off as often as possible, and like when I start to walk home, I won't be wearing one. You know, this is my exercise. I'm exercising, and you're allowed to walk without a mask on when you're exercising, and technically you're allowed to be without a mask anyway. Now, if I was walking through a group of people, I would put the mask on, like at the market. I put my mask on. You know, I don't want any problems. You know. Now I'm walking here, I'm walking alone. Nobody's going to say a word. And if they did, I'd just keep walking. You know, like, what are you going to do? Anyway, where are we at? Yeah, Steve, what are you speaking? You guys speak in Thai, don't you? Steve is another long time expat. In fact, I think he's been here longer than me. Usually English, oh. You know, I love to do that, though. I love to just start rattling stuff off in Thai. And then people are like, but you know what's fun for me sometimes is if I go somewhere. Let's say, for instance, Kanchanaburi. I go to Kanchanaburi, and there's a bunch of tourists around, and I start speaking. Or actually, like in Koh Chang, where I went to Koh Chang, many years ago, and I put the little video up, the other day, the one in the south, and I remember getting to it was the Song Tao, and the guy's going, listen. You only got this many people, you know, I need to get this much money, so it's going to be this much each, and da-da-da-da. And, you know, this foreign girl, this Western girl, I don't know where she was from, she was just going on, no, you need to give us a discount. And I go, and you know, I'm speaking to him in Thai. And she's like, you can speak Thai, huh? I go, yeah. I go, listen, here's the deal. This guy's not, unless we get another person or two people, the guy's not going to drop the price. End of story. This is a fair price. I mean, she was bitching over a 20 baht or something. It was like it was 120, and she was like, no, it's got to be 100. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. Yeah, I had the same rule. In fact, I used to say, when we're in our house, this is not Thailand, this is America land. You speak English. And I used to give my wife a hard time, like, speak English. Yeah. I don't care what Obama was doing. I really don't give a shit about or Clinton or any of these other guys. I don't give a shit about them. Just don't get me involved in the war. Listen, 2-3 years ago when I was in Hong Kong, the next step would be, all right, I'm going to the Ukraine. Now I'm like, no way. This is how people change. I've gotten older, and I mean, I felt my body aging in the last 3 years, and now I'm like, why would I go over there now? I might end up getting blown up or shot, and do I really want that? No. It wouldn't be so bad if I got killed. It wouldn't be good for my family, but if I got killed, okay, it's over. You're done. That's all. You say goodbye. You go into the never-ending sleep. But if I got my balls blown off, then what? Or I got shot in the ass, like as in the hole, and I couldn't shit right. I had to use a colostomy bag. So that's what I think about now, because I'm like, hey, I'm closer to the end than the beginning. So I might as well, I've already got enough aches and pains. I might as well just kind of, Of all the celebs who are online publicly shaming Americans for not wearing masks. Yeah, they're all full of shit. Listen, I don't care about what the celebrities. The thing with the celebrities is, they've got a following. They've got a lot of people who know who they are. That's what That's what they have going for them, and some of them have a lot of money. I used to like Robert De Niro. I don't like him anymore. There's a number of people that I used to like them, and as actors, I appreciate their skill. But when it comes to being human beings, and my parents used to teach me this from a young age. They used to say, listen, they put their pants on just like everybody else. As my buddy said, all you got to do when you see a beautiful woman, she's beautiful, she's a 10, she's a supermodel. Listen, just picture her on the shitter, having a nice spicy Thai dump. That'll set you straight right away. You go in right after she takes a dump. All right, you're not going to look at her quite the same, At least I wouldn't. I don't know. Some nut jobs might, but I won't. So, anyway, we're at the 2-hour mark. It is time to go. So thank you very much. Again, please click like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click the notification bell. I'm going to try to make some clips from the last few streams and put them up. If you got a website, if you've got Facebook, whatever, share this stream. I'd appreciate it. Help get the word out. If you haven't become a member already, join the channel, $1.99. That would help a lot. I'd appreciate that. Thanks to Jim today for doing so. And otherwise, you can just check the description down below. Everything's down there. You want to get in touch with me. What I'm going to do now, I've got a line group. And we don't have a whole lot of people in the line group, but if you get one of the silver, the silver level or whatever it is, or you go and join a Patreon patron on that site, then if you want access to the line group, you can have it. So figure I'll add that. Thank you very much, Jim, and thank you everybody. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok, here in Bangkok at Cafe Amazon. Chokdi, Lil Jerkin, my. Have no idea. Didn't even see the Super Bowl. All I did was saw the headlines about it, and I saw what's his name kneeling, Eminem kneeling, and I didn't bother to look at it because I don't want to know. I don't know. I don't even remember who played. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.